Hi, my name is Sharon Raslansky, and today I'm going to be talking about a global issue, which is radioactivity waste needs to be improved, or at least the ways that we handle it does. Did you know every 18 to 24 months a power plant must shut down to reserve its spent uranium fuel, which becomes radioactive waste? You might be asking, what is nuclear energy? It's a clean energy that produces roughly 10% of the world's energy. However, it creates radioactive waste and damages environmental life. Nuclear energy comes from splitting atoms into smaller atoms, which that energy creates heat, which boils water, and then that makes steam, which turns turbines. And those turbines then produce electricity, which is then emitted to cities, companies, wherever they need the energy. But the main reason for this video is that radioactive waste is a global issue that needs the world's attention now. So what's happening here? Nuclear meltdowns can happen at any given time and with almost no warning, leaving massive destruction and health issues to any of those affected. For instance, on April 26, 1986, the Unit 4 nuclear power station near Chernobyl, Ukraine, had a sudden surge of power that destroyed it. According to the USNRC, the accident and fire that followed released massive amounts of radioactive material into the environment. To this day, Chernobyl still has fires and it is not livable. Almost 22 villages were hit by the explosion of radioactivity and 115,000 people were evacuated. Also, the radiation reached all the way to the edge of the west coast of Europe and deep into Russia as well. So, the question of the century, why should we care? Why does America care? We should care because the waste generated by nuclear reactors remains radioactive for tens of thousands of years. And most of it is stored in temporary above-ground facilities because we have no long-term solutions. These facilities are running out of storage space, so the nuclear industry is turning to other types of storage so that are more costly and potentially less safe. Granted, there are short-term waste solutions that we have been using, but those hurt the biolife when they put them into the ocean or hurt the economy because it is very expensive to shoot off into space. According to Chemical and Engineering News, CEN, more than 250,000 metric tons of highly radioactive waste sits in storage near nuclear power plants and weapon production facilities worldwide, with over 90,000 metric tons in the U.S. alone. Also, Moscow Times states that Greenpeace estimates that Russia has stored 1 million metric tons of the uranium hexafluoride, a waste product known as tails. These radioactive byproducts are extremely dangerous and can be even cancerous in many circumstances. Also, they end up leaving many areas unlivable for the workers and the people that live there. What are some possible solutions? What can we do about it? Well, Chemical and Engineering News says that one way scientists have come up to store liquid nuclear waste more permanently is to vitrify it, which means essentially turning it into glass. Biggest problem? We don't know the side effects of this. Another way that they are trying to figure out how to do it is deep geological disposal. World Nuclear explains how this is a process that the majority of nuclear countries use. It includes several layers in a cast that it holds radioactive material, buried 400 meters into the ground where oxygen is generally non-existent. This also limits the amount of mobilization of the waste, meaning the less oxygen there is, the less amount the chances of the waste will escape. One of the biggest problems with this is that the cast can be improperly prepared when being built, and if the welding is just a little off and it's not caught, the waste will seep out and all that work would have been for nothing. So, in conclusion, there are hundreds of thousands of global problems around the world. I am mainly focusing on the issues surrounding radioactive waste with high levels that can cause permanent damage to living organisms and dangerous byproducts that stay radioactive for a very long time because it hurts the environment and it hurts people. This is also a very long and complex process. It is highly debated, and many scientists such as American Chemical Society, CEN, the World Nuclear, and many more oppose each other on which side is the best long-term solution to radioactive waste. So please share this with your friends, your family, and help our countries come to the best decision on how to go about this very controversial topic. Thank you.